such Julie Stein hits as I'm a little girl from Little Rock and diamonds are a girl's best friend. I'm pleased to welcome that best friend, Miss Carol Channing.
I'm just a little girl from Little Rock. We lived on the wrong side of the tracks till a gentleman took me out one night, and after he taught me wrong from right, we moved to the right side of the tracks. Then someone broke my heart in Little Rock, and I up and left old Arkansas. Like a little lost lamb, I roamed about till I went to New York, and I found out the one you call your daddy ain't your pa. I was young and determined. I was wined and dined and earned. Every night opportunity would knock. And some of these days in my fancy clothes, I'm a-going back home and thumb my nose at the one who done me wrong, the one who done me wrong, the one who done me wrong. Well, that's how it all started for me. I was just a little girl from Little Rock. But I should explain to you that there are two Little Rocks. One is in Arkansas, and the other is on Broadway. That's the Little Rock we're all talking about. The one in the Broadway musical, Gentlemen Prefer Blondes. And, oh, you saw it. Oh, you did. You must have been in a blanket. Well, anyway, do you know that to this day, people still say, well, just today, someone asked me, Carol, how did you ever happen to get into the theater? Well, I never mind being asked that question because I do so dearly love to hear my own answer. You see, my parents wouldn't let me go near the theater until I first, like so many of us, went to college. So I decided to go to Bennington, which, which is in the lower left-hand corner of Vermont. On the map, it's always purple, you know. Well, Bennington, I should explain to you, is a progressive college for young women, although I understand now they do allow some men to attend. But the ratio is 30-1, so the girls have to be really progressive. Well, I'm very grateful to Bennington, though, because to this day, I feel perfectly at home among intellectuals, like you folks, provided I can keep the topic of conversation within one of three areas: medieval cloister pageants, ceremonial dances of the Teutons, or the sexual confusion in Shakespeare. Then I'm fine. Yeah. I'm also grateful to Bennington because every winter each of us girls was expected to go out and get a job at whatever it was she was majoring in. Yeah. I naturally hot-footed it to New York to get a job performing. Well, the biggest theatrical booking agency was, I guess it still is, the William Morris Agency. So I went straight away there and asked to speak with the president, Mr. Abe Lastfogel. Oh, you knew him. Well, then you know that he's a man who's known as having a touch of genius, and so, of course, as a result, he never saw anyone, excepting occasionally John Wayne, or Katharine Hepburn, or Mrs. Lastfogel. He saw a lot of her. Well, somehow, by some mistake of his secretaries, there I was, face to face with the great man himself. He was a rugged tycoon. He could make or break anyone's career with a single bite on his cigar. Well, I swung right into my first number, something I was sure of because it was a big hit with the girls at Bennington. A simple, ancient Gallic dirge in obsolete Vercingetorix French. You know, Vercingetorix. He was before all Gaul was hauled together. And it was adapted from the original Greek tragedy, Orestes. And this was the most thrilling part of the whole thing, the Orestes funeral chant. I remember how Mr. Lastfogel's eyes filled with wonderment as I showed him how the women of the Greek chorus lamented the ravages of war and the shortage of men. I had this little drum, see, it was in 9/5 time. It was very difficult. That's the way things were in those days. Yes, it went. Premier, le massacre des enfants et la mère tout leur recueillite. Où ce clair pleure, regarde qui heureuse trombante. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Well, Mr. Lastfogel thought that I should do something better known than Orestes, like Sophie Tucker. Well, I sensed that I was losing the great man's attention. So I said, no, wait, Mr. Lastfogel, please. I have another song here that I ran across, it's another song. It's a Haitian, the girls at Bennington loved this too. It was a Haitian corn grinding song rendered by the natives as they stomp out the kernels with their feet. They sing of their lost youth and pray for rain. Si è, tipo bingare, o tipo bingare, ma zero desia vibrazione. Oh, a bobo. Well, Mr. Lastfogel thought that he could see some signs of improvement. But that perhaps it would be wiser for me to get out of ethnic music and into the straight classics, like Ethel Merman. Well, as I say, the man has a touch of genius. And so as he was ushering me to the door and telling me not to phone him, he would phone me, I said, wait, Mr. Lastfogel, please, I have one more song here that I ran across in my studies on Middle European cultures. And before he could close the door in my face, I sang it. Gewen amol, 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 ik leid de landen zizi Jidditschen. Dortzu. Wait, Mr. Lastfogel said. He said, I think I see a glimmer of talent in this girl. He said that his grandmother used to sing songs like this to him when he was a little boy. And do you know that Abe Lastfogel and I sang this song together right up until his demise only a few years ago? He was my agent all my life, and it went like this. Dazu weinen is gewen auf Hargenigen, was das Herz du glisslich kennst, du kennst kriegen, Hamamaligale, Hapastramale, Hakarnatsale, Inaguizalawein. Moische Chaim, ik heb het beste heilig zingen, maar Moische Chaim, morgen smeel hoop dat je het cilinder stil zet. Dat je ligt aan zet, dat je ligt aan Moische Chaim, ik heb het beste heilig zingen, maar zo. Lazach, medel, lazach, lazach, medel, lazach, lazach, medel, lazach. Dat mama toch ooit zet, dat je ligt aan zing maar, dat je ligt aan zet, dat je ligt aan zet, zing maar. While Miss Channing is changing her costume, I would like to tell you about how in Hollywood I have found that fame is a fleeting thing, to coin a phrase. I'll bet very few of you remember a girl named Cecilia Sisson, who's... Oh, you do remember her? Oh, good. Then we can tell the others who she was. Well, she starred in the first all-talking, all-singing motion picture, Mississippi Melody. Beautiful Cecilia Sisson, with the face of an angel and the figure of a wood nymph. Among the top 10 at one time, and now but a memory. What happened? This is the inside story. My name is Cecilia Sisson. S-I-S-S-O-N, Sisson. I starred in the first all-talking picture, Mississippi Melody. I had been on the silent screen for 7 years. And had worked with Wallace Beery, Buster Keaton, C. Aubrey Smith, and many others. My career was going great guns when suddenly something happened. Overnight, I hit the skids. So to speak. They seemed to feel that there was something wrong with my voice. Absolutely asinine. There wasn't a thing the matter with my voice. It was studio politics. That's what it was. I just wouldn't play ball with the producer. And I told him so in no uncertain terms. Now, when I watch all the old movies on TV, I say to myself, Cecilia, old girl, with your looks and talent, you could have been one of the greatest stars today if you'd only been able to keep your big mouth shut. Miss Channing is again changing her costume. Well, over the years, the Morris office has had me in the theater, on Broadway and around the world and back again, in motion pictures in Hollywood, on television, with co-starring with everybody from Sir John Gielgud to doing commercials for kitty litter. So you can imagine how shocked I was when I discovered that they had arranged for me to conduct the great Boston Pops Orchestra. I mean, naturally, I went into a state of shock. I mean, these people have dedicated their lives to bringing us this wondrous music. And what's more, they expected me to do it in front of some of the most elite classical music appreciators of the world. That's you folks. Well, I did. I just about forgot. So I rushed to a conductor friend of mine. Actually, he's a rather well-established conductor. And I said, now, Zubian, what is the primary requirement for a good conductor? And he said, a good tailor. Well, this piece, which I am about to conduct, is by Jacques Offenbach. You know, he's the one who wrote all that naughty can-can music so that his little friend Toulouse-Lautrec would have something to paint. Yes, that Jacques Offenbach. Well, are you all familiar with his opera, Tales of Hoffmann? Well, it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because we're not doing that. No, we are doing Orpheus in Hades. I only mention Tales of Hoffmann because, except for that one piece, Tales of Hoffmann, most everything else Offenbach composed, including Orpheus in Hades, was a variation on the same melody. That's right, he stole from himself. Well, shall we have at the crisis at hand? Oh, I should explain to you that we are only doing the finale of this piece because, after all, the finale is the best part. Well, it must be. That's the part that gets all the applause, isn't it? kiss on the hand may be quite continental, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. A kiss may be grand, but it won't pay the rental on your humble flat or help you at the automat. Men grow cold as girls grow old, and we all lose our charms in the end. But square cut or pear shape, these rocks don't lose their shape. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a lass needs a lawyer, but diamonds are a girl's best friend. There may come a time when a hard-boiled employer thinks you're awful nice, but get that ice or else no dice. He's your guy when stocks go high, but beware when they start to descend. It's then that those louses go back to their spouses. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. One, sweetie, all right? Time rolls on and youth is gone, and you can't straighten up when you bend. But stiff back or stiff knees, you stand straight at Tiffany's. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I don't mean rhinestones. Diamonds! Lovely people, I must tell you something now, though. It seems that, as I say, diamonds are a girl's best friend, but I've never seen a man turn one down yet. So, may I give my coveted Diamond Award to our beloved John Williams. I know what I forgot. My hat. Every time that I put on this hat to sing this Jerry Herman song, it makes me so happy because this song is from one of my favorite musical shows. I played it first on Broadway and then around the world and back again for over 3,000 performances. Hello, Harry. Well, hello. It's so nice to be right here where I belong. You're looking swell, Manny. I can tell, Danny. You're still glowing, you're still crowing, you're still going strong. I feel the